Hey guys, welcome back to Detroit Garage. Um, Little update on the Diamond T. I found a rolling chassis, as mentioned in the previous video, and it's a 2008 Ford F550. And the reason I chose that over the 350 and 250 series is it's got a straight frame on it, relatively speaking, and it's narrower than the 250 and F350 frame. So it'll accommodate the cab a little easier. I don't have to cut into the cab and do a bunch of stuff. So, and then I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do for a final configuration, but at least I've got the capacity to haul something on the bed. You know, it won't be just a toy. So that's the reason I went with a higher gross vehicle weight roller chassis. I still don't know what I'm going to do with this chassis. For now, I'll pull the cab and the fenders and everything off of it, and then I'll put it outside and store it. So here's the chassis. We're going to do a video here, see if we can get this thing started. I'll be honest, I spent some time on it the other day, about half an hour, and it had a PATS, active PATS security. And turned out the wiring harness wasn't plugged in, the main harness up to the connection for the PCM. So I'll I'll show you what they did. I don't know who's been working on this thing, but they really did a bad job. I don't know if we'll get it running. I did attempt to start it just briefly, but I don't think the fuel pump's hooked up, so it's not getting any fuel. But anyway, we'll drag it into the shop and plug the computer in and see what's up. So they had this connection unplugged. Yeah, I really don't know. I'm gonna have to ask the again, ask the previous owner, you know, what happened here. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm selling the engine and stuff as a rebuildable core, and it really doesn't matter if it runs or not. But it would be nice to get it running. But again, they just, you know, I don't know what it is with people and their wires. They just chop these wires. It's got a lot of chopped wires on it. You know, this is the level switch for the master cylinder. You know, without that stuff, God, nothing works, right? So we'll attempt to get it running. I got some batteries that are charged, so here's another nasty bundle. Look at that. I mean, maybe some of these are they're important. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Ah, shoot, there's the PATS right there. See that blue and white tracer? I think those were the PATS, but they're together. It may never run unless I fix this bundle here. I'll attempt to get it started, like I said, but no guarantees, guys. I would love to hear it run. Cylinder 2 and cylinder 8 have misfires on it. I'll plug it in and show you that. But man, the frame is beautiful in this thing. It's got 85 to 90,000 miles on it. Ah, just amazing how something like this could be wrecked. So let's drag it in and get to work, shall we? Curious to see if it'll run. having a look at all the wire connections or lack thereof. It's had an EGR delete, and it looks like it's got a tuner on it of some sort for the DPF delete. Obviously they caught this one too late. They got a pretty fresh delete on this thing, but too little too late. Look at that nice clean exhaust, hey? So yeah, I'll show you some of the wiring shenanigans. The harness back here is actually pretty good. I'm not sure if I'll use any of these wires, but you never know. I may make a harness with this harness for the Diamond T. But the nastiness is under here. I don't know who was working on this truck, but they sheared. Oh, that's just cut. Okay, I was going to say they sheared this plug off. See, this is the transmission harness, and it's just ripped right off. I don't know how they did that. That's pretty new to me. I've never seen that before. And then there's the remainder of the harness there. Just unbelievable. So a relatively low mileage truck is basically scrap. So fresh bolts on that delete. There's fresh bolts on the manifold. So I gotta check this fuel pump, see if that's plugged in. Oh yeah. Another thing I like. The water sensor, which is critical to the success of a 6.4, is unplugged. Alright, let's see if we're getting any fuel. Yeah, we got fuel. So I don't see anything else wrong. I don't know, like I said, if we can get this started, because so many of the wires are cut for the engine, and some of those may be critical for fuel injection and stuff. But we'll give it a college try. Anyway, lots of good parts. Just chasing up loose wires, unconnected wires, I should say. So that's the harness here that's all cut at the bottom. The AC's been removed. And I don't have the schematic on this truck anymore. It's been so long, since 3 years since I did the Detroit swap, I can't remember any of these wires without getting that schematic back and looking it up. But a lot of wires cut, and this plug, the other end is missing. I can't remember where that went either. But anyway, let's see if this harness is... Ah, there we go. Okay. You see that? Hopefully that picks that up. That harness wasn't even plugged in. Christ. Man, that's nasty. Okay. That may be why it won't start. Okay, let's plug it in and see what codes we get. Okay, we're just going to pull up the codes, see what's going on here. This is Auto Ingenuity. It's not as nice as the IDS, but you know, the IDS is very expensive, so this does everything I need it to do. So 14 codes. So check engine light has been activated. So cylinder number 8 misfire, cylinder number 2 misfire, ECM PCM, or I should just call it the PCM, off timer. Wow, I don't even know what that is. It's probably due to some of those wires being unplugged. Brake switch failure, yes. VIN mismatch. Lost communication to oh, it could be that plug. So that plug I plugged in could be the miscommunication. PCM. Glow plug module. There's a lot of stuff here. Be a long time to fix all this stuff. Fix all the wiring issues. I'm going to clear that and see what comes back when I crank it over. Okay. All right. We'll see if we can get this started. I don't give it much hope, to be honest. She's not firing, boys. Let's see if I'm getting any smoke. No, there's no fuel. So I won't spend too much time. Could really get deep into the diagnostics of this thing to fix everything. So, but all I want to do is get it to run without spending too much time. So what I'm going to do now is pull some of these filters and see if there's any fuel in the bowls, and then we'll loosen up a banjo bowl here and see if we can bleed the fuel system. Yeah, so when these people tell you they've done this, they've done that, you don't know what they've truly done. But oh, there's fuel in there. Ooh, this is my favorite part. Let's have a look and see what debris is in the bottom. So looks like it's had water in it before. Anyway, we'll see if it's getting fuel into that bowl, and then we'll do the last little quick check, and then I'm not going to bother anymore. I just can't be wasting my time on this thing. I'm never going to use the engine anyway, so I'll sell it as a rebuildable core. All right. Let me know if you see fuel. All right, we will chase up this fuel issue, and then that's it. So let's go see what's wrong with this fuel pump. Okay, some quick detection work here. Being everything's been screwed with, it didn't take me long to figure out that this harness was unplugged from here. All right, so now we'll plug in the fuel pump again and see if this will work and get some fuel to that beautiful Siemens pump, and maybe with any luck we can get this truck running. Oh, I see the clip's broken. All right, let's go see if that works now. Oh yeah, got fuel now. Brand new filter. Okay. Yeah, well, so the fuel cooler has no antifreeze in it. Fuel pump didn't work. Very low on oil. But you can hear it's got a slight skip when you roll it over. I'll show you here. See if we can get any bouncing out of this. That's bad. Well, you know what? I'm not wasting my time. I just popped that right off. Just cranking it over. We'll do that one more time. It's got really bad compression on one piston. That's really bad. So I'm just wasting my time trying to get this running. Would be kind of fun, but now I'd have to bleed the high pressure fuel system to get that to work. And I'm just not willing to bother. That's really bad. Wow. Okay. So probably a cracked piston for sure. Okay. Or something else. I have no idea. No history. The stories I've gotten just don't make sense. But I liked how cheap it was. Okay, I'm just gonna crack that banjo and see if we can get any fuel out of there. I got a little fuel, but who's to say the high pressure fuel pump's even working, you know? So there you go, 140,000 kilometers. Well guys, I'm not going to beat on it any longer. Without bleeding that high pressure fuel system, and then trying that. Could also be the sensor for the DPF. If they didn't program it right, it could be that. Actually, I'm going to plug this back in and try it just a sec. Because if it's not deleted correctly, it'll never start. Let's try that. Well, gave it a quick college try here. And without going into this engine a lot deeper, I won't get it running. The fact is blowing this cap off, just turning it over without it even running, is a bad sign. So I'm just gonna leave it at that and call this one a defeat. We didn't get the 6.4 running, but that's all right. We're gonna sell it for a rebuildable core. Somebody else can play with it. Well, there you have it, guys. I'm gonna call it defeat on getting the 6.4 started. Have to chase down a lot of leads on this one to find out why it's not getting fuel. Could be the high pressure fuel pump. Could be just bleeding the high pressure fuel system. That's most likely it. But I'm just wasting my time. There's some nasty stuff going on there with cylinder 8 or 2, giving me that bad blow by. So I'm not going to spend any more time on this. I'm just going to pull the cab, pull the engine out, and then sell the engine for parts or as a rebuildable core. I'll never be using it anyway, so I'm just wasting my time here. I'm not going to get any more money if it runs or not. So, but it would have been nice to hear it run. Anyway, thanks for checking in, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care.